NDTV, yes?
Hello, and welcome to Out of Britain. Isn't that such a beautiful, gorgeous bus? Well, like all things English, this is a tea bus, and that's why it's so pretty. Having high tea, that too on a moving bus in London, is a trend. And I'm here on a cold winter evening to take a tour on this bus and to meet some extremely interesting people. And I'm going to invite you to come and join me on this bus journey, because up here in this bus are going to be at least about 40 something people. And I'll let my camera woman in. At least 40 something people on this bus having a good experience of this beautifully decorated bus, and the stories that these people are going to share with me are the ones that are going to be extremely exciting. What we are going to do on Out of Britain is to go around central London, to see the lights around London. It is invaluable. It is extremely something so beautiful. Only one should watch, witness and experience to keep it as a memory, and one that you'll cherish all your life. So let's get on and see who's on the bus, and let's get on this journey and understand their own journeys that they've had in this beautiful city called London, which today is a brand. And the attraction towards this brand, London, never dies down, especially for a British Asian, a British Indian. With me is driver Fernando.
Yes.
Thank you for talking to us. Are you ready to take us around London?
Right, welcome.
Thank you. What's the route?
The route is from Victoria to go to the Buckingham Palace. From Buckingham Palace to go to the Westminster Bridge. From Westminster Bridge to go to the Strand. And from Strand is the Trafalgar Square, Regent Street, Piccadilly, Oxford Street, and from there Marble Arch, and go back to the Victoria Street.
Wow, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that. It is so close. It's freezing. It's 0 degrees.
It's minus 0 degree.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. Will you be warm enough here to drive us around?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you for driving us. Thank you. What's a bus ride in London if you're not on the top deck? I'm going upstairs and I'm going to have a fun conversation. Come along.
Plan for the evening is that for 20 minutes we are just going to be driving from here down to Knightsbridge. We have fabulous friends from NDTV who will be with us today, and she's a great singer as well. We love NDTV, yes?
I'm on a bus. It's very, very pretty, gorgeous bus. But it suddenly feels like a London tube now, guys. We're all standing and holding on to whatever we find to catch.
Indeed we are.
Bus or tube in London?
No, tube. Any day.
Tube any day. Bus or tube?
Tube. I prefer the bus.
The bus. Okay.
Bit of both. Bus, you get some fresh air.
Fresh air in the bus.
Views, yeah.
Okay. Which day did you come to London and how?
10th of October 1965.
You remember
Absolutely.
1965.
65, yeah.
How much money did you have in your pocket?
None, I came on my mother's passport. I was a child then. So, went straight to school. Yeah, went to a town called Luton. Didn't know anyone. Next day it snowed. We had to go get winter clothes. We had to get winter clothes, winter boots, jacket. You know, it was amazing. I mean, it's quite a journey. And when you think about it, our journey is similar to Indians who come now, but we've made their grounds for them. When we came there, we were in similar position. We lived in one 2-bedroom house with 5 other families. Each room was occupied.
It was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
Okay, because we've got everybody's attention here. There's Neil, there's Nilesh Bhai. I'm going to do like a quick rapid fire, right? Whoever shouts loudest gets heard on camera?
Oh, that was
Guys, I haven't asked the question, have I? Ready? Ready?
Okay.
Is it easier for Indians coming today to London as immigrants, or was it easier for people who came in the 60s and 70s?
No.
Do we have any student here?
We laid the foundation for it.
Okay, somebody says, Ranu says that we British Indians laid.
Depends if it's legal or illegal.
All legal. We do only legal things on TV.
Can I say something?
Okay, we've got a very rounded answer. It's easier to travel today to London, says Sanjay Gadvi, but to settle here is harder today than it was earlier.
But also, Sanjay Bhai, the racism is much better. We have improved. The UK has improved.
Okay.
When I came here, when I went to the school, no white person would sit next to me.
No white sat next to you.
No. So I was sitting on my own.
Yeah. Okay, you came in 1964 and you came.
I came in 2016 from Australia.
Okay. And did you face any racism?
No, I think it's been the one thing I love about London is it's very multicultural. And for me, what made my journey easier here is the community we have. So I'm a volunteer at Neasden Temple, and I think the community we have, it's such a global family almost. And all the lovely people here, everyone doing something to give back. Because of all the
It makes you feel like you're at home.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so there is a little bit of appreciation for all of you here. The latest entrant says that she feels very comfortable here because there is a lot of community set up already. Yes. So big round of applause for all of you who've done all the hard work to set up the community and the support system and make someone feel at home instantly. One word for Indians living in London, British Indians living in London. One word. Seva. Okay. Charitable. Community. Okay, so you integrate very easily.
Very easily, yes.
Hardworking. Contributing again.
Contributing.
All the time.
Contributing to the economy.
All the time. In every sense of the word. Peaceful.
Okay, peaceful. Contributing to the economy, not contributing to the crime levels, I hope.
No, that's why I said peaceful, because the least number of prisoners in the whole country are Hindus.
Yes. And contributing because Indian community is 78% employable that's the highest compared to any other community, which means they can easily find jobs, they are trustworthy and can be.
No.
Yeah.
The thing is that with the Indian people, they are happy to do any jobs as long as they get started, and then they will move on. And that is why we are so successful, all the Indians.
Many students are going back. Why is that? Is there a difference between the grit that British Indians had many years ago, that they could withstand anything and say, you know what, I'm going to make it? Or is it less now?
It's less now. We were more tolerable than nowadays. Nowadays, the people that come from India, they're not that tolerable, I think, personally.
I think she's the right answer.
Yes. The question is, does this generation, say generation 2, generation 3, have lesser grit in them as opposed to previous generations who faced innumerous number of challenges but said, nothing doing, I'm going to stay here and make it? But the younger generation is like, no, this is not working out for me, I'm going back.
Yeah, I think we are so privileged today that we have so much opportunity, so much inspiration around us, and it takes so much resilience that those older than us we could learn from, and that needs to be really tapped into. We can definitely take inspiration from them, and for me, as someone who was born and brought up in the UK, I'm so fortunate that I'm surrounded by these circles where I feel like I can stay connected to my roots while living in London. So yeah, I hope that international students from India and elsewhere can feel the same thing and feel integrated just as I do.
Okay, great.
Something I'll add as well is that something I'd like to add as well is, because of the community we have here, anyone that is coming here outside of India or they are new, they actually find it within themselves to be really proud of their identity and their roots because of the community here. So the one thing that the younger generation here might have now is they're really, in places that perhaps people before couldn't get to because of lack of opportunity. Now that they have opportunity, they're going in proud with their heritage and bringing their true selves to wherever they go.
So there's more confidence in wearing your skin, your color, your culture in a place like London, which perhaps is more accommodating. More accommodating London. Do we have to stop now?
No, can I just have a last word on this? Thanks to...
I'm not sure it'll be the last word. You have your wife around.
can I have the word before the last, if I may? Actually, it's thank you to Bharat Mata. It's your soil, it's your culture that's made us what we are. And there's nothing like Bharat Mata. So we should actually say, Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Does that mean Golden Tours will start a bus from the UK to Bharat?
And why not?
Okay, on that note, I'm going to take a break. The bus is going to resume its journey. We are in Victoria, but we're going to some beautiful gems of London, including Strand, Sloane Square, Knightsbridge, Trafalgar Square, Tower of London, yay, one of my favorites, Newborn Street, Oxford Street, and then finally to Buckingham Palace. Join us on this journey. Welcome back. This is going to be a very memorable journey for me. I've never done this, like I said before, shooting inside a moving bus in London. A bus in London is a very reliable thing to do. Public transport is amazing in London. Many will complain that nowadays trains are late, buses are late, but they're still there. And people choose whenever they travel to London to be on public transport. So now I'm going to be chatting with this bunch about the best journeys that they have made in life. Not a metaphor, but an actual physical journey. A cycle ride, a bus ride, a train ride, a tube ride. It could be India ride.
Wow, a journey.
Are you guys thinking about it as well? I'm coming. Okay.
The most challenging one, I kind of recall, I was in Mongolia.
Mongolia?
Yeah, I think it was around about mid-80s. And I had to visit one copper mine. And that was I was in Ulaanbaatar. And the mine was like a day and a half train journey. If you think train journeys in India are rough, this was way rough. So there was only one option.
Yeah.
I rented an army helicopter.
Okay. Okay.
For just a one-day ride to take me there and back.
Okay.
And then they said, okay, we arranged the money and things like that. So they said, okay, come tomorrow morning. So there I was, and I was in a hotel, and I was the only guest in the hotel, brand new hotel, only guest. And when I went down for breakfast, there was breakfast waiting for me, which they had made the previous night.
But there was food.
It was a toast they made the previous night, and that was it. So anyway, I got to got to the helicopter, and then they wouldn't start it until I got there.
Yeah.
So you're looking at minus 30 degrees.
Oh my God.
And,
minus 30 degrees, having to take an emergency helicopter ride. That is a journey.
And then I had to wait half an hour for them to heat up the helicopter. And then we had a 2-hour journey on the helicopter there, and that was risking it. Well,
you set the tone. He set the tone. He took, in minus 30 degrees, an emergency helicopter ride, and that was the most memorable journey. But he also mentioned Indian railways can be sometimes rough. And funnily, I'm going to start with mine, which is Indian railways. Every summer vacation, we would travel to Madras as a family, and I would wait as soon as we boarded the train and the train started moving. My mum would open her dabba of the fresh smelling idlis and all the food. And it tastes better when it's on a moving train. I'm telling you, the food tastes better. Yes, that's my memory.
That's my memory too. Okay. So we used to live in Mumbai, And often we used to go to Gujarat, where rest of the family were. And my mom is the best, you could call, host. In her small bag, big bag, she will have every single thing. You ask for milk, she will have milk. You ask for dahi, she will have dahi. You ask for mukwas, she will have mukwas. And every single thing, including tepla, patetanu saag, fafda, jalebi, you name it. And that was as a kid. And then we would offer it to all compartment, and that was the best way.
You know, when I go on journeys, I make sure there's at least one Gujarati friend, because then my food is sorted.
Yes.
She will carry food. This little baby's journey, I think, would be this one. What's yours?
Yeah, hers would be this one. Mine is probably when I was little, and I used to take a bus to school, like the school bus. And that was the best time on a rainy day when we would go to school. And halfway through, they tell us that, oh no, the school is closed today. And the journey back home was the most amazing one, because we'd open our lunch boxes that we had packed, and then we'd all sit at the last seat of the bus and then enjoy it.
The surprise holiday.
Yes.
And that's such a similar feeling to when it's sale and discount. You go to the shop till, and then they say there's a further discount. And then I'm like, wow, that's my day made. Okay, journeys. Yes, Paji.
Journeys. Probably when I was a child, and we used to go away, in London, we didn't have much money. So we went, the parents used to take us. We all used to pack the car. We used to have family friends as well, like the neighbors. We'd take about 3-4 cars. Families, we used to go to different locations, Cheddar Gorge. We used to go to Folkestone, seaside resorts and all the rest of it.
Did he say he didn't have money?
No. And
look at the destinations he's talking about.
And we were driving in a Datsun back in that day. Well, my dad was driving. All the kids were in the boot. I just remember the times, because my parents used to wake up super early. Mum used to be in the kitchen cooking, making the jar, all the rest of it. Samosa, paranthe. And then you'll be driving along a motorway, whether it's the M1 or the M4. They'll randomly stop somewhere. Chadar will come out in the middle of the motorway. You get 4 or 5 cars just literally parked on the hard shoulder. They put the chadar out, the tea comes out, the samosa comes out, the paranthe come out. The bache are running around, and they'll just find any green spot anywhere.
Yeah.
And just park up. And it's them.
And share if somebody joined it.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's always.
Police, especially the police. And the police know who to stop, because they know they'll find food.
Yeah. Talking about not having money, this is 1965, well before you were born. And we used to go from Kenya to India by steamer. So it wasn't cruise liners. It was a very basic steamliner. And we used to go 3rd class, because that's all we could literally afford. And what we used to really look forward to was...
Sorry, we're at Trafalgar Square. Amin bhai, show us a little bit of Trafalgar Square. Somebody asked me on the bus how long I've been doing this. This is my 20th year with NDTV. Wow. I have never, though, been on a bus in London talking to this bunch of what I describe a riot. These are change makers, very successful people, but when they came here to London, their journey has been as difficult as getting on a tube ride in London. Yes, would you please help me with the wire? And here yes.
You don't look day older than 18, so how can you be doing NDTV for 20 years?
Now you see what I was fishing for. I was fishing. Nitin bhai, beautiful bus. Come over, and all credit to you.
Yes.
Naturally.
But for a change, let's go to the husband. Let him do some work. Tell us about Golden Tours. Tell me about the first bus you decided to buy.
There was a difficult decision because there was no money. So for the first time in my life, you had to borrow money, and various difficulties that come with it. It was a tough decision. But I'm glad we made that journey. And as a result of that journey, we are where we are.
When did you start?
So the journey of buying a bus was 1992, but we started as a company in 1984 by hiring other people's buses. We decided.
How much was a bus in the year 1984 in London?
To hire a bus was £80 a day. It's £800 a day now, so it's slightly more expensive.
80 to 800 pounds to hire a bus. When did you come to London? Which day and how many pounds did you have?
So 1971 with £2 in the pocket. And
2 pounds in the pocket.
I managed to get a job a week later as a favor from an accountant who still, I can still remember his first word. He said to me, "I'm doing you a favor employing you, so I'll pay you £6 a week." And I said, when I employ my people, I'll never say what you just said to me, because kindness is also essential. But he gave me the first start, so I'm grateful for that.
Okay, well done you.
Thank you,
Well done. Well done you. So Nitin Palan, along with this bus full of people, put together what is called Diwali on Trafalgar Square every single year, and it is today the grandest Diwali party you can have outside of India. So well done all of you for giving back to the community.
Definitely. We are proud of it.
Yes, and never forgetting to give back to the community. Tell me about the day you landed in London and how many pounds you had.
Well, I was all of 9 years of age, and my pocket money was about 10p. That's all I remember about that part. But I remember it's April the 10th, and it was raining here. We came from Kenya, and in Kenya we used to have quite a large house. My parents were teachers, so they're given a big house there. And to motivate us to come here, they said, we're going to be living in a road called Kent View Gardens. So wow, Kent View Gardens. We come here and live straight from the airport. We already had bought the house before we came here. My mum had already bought the house. So we came straight from Heathrow Airport to this road called Kent View Gardens. A little terraced house, middle of nowhere. And there was no Kent View as in those days. Garden of England. There's no gardens. And our house in Kenya was about 5 times the size of this one. I thought, oh, you cheated us.
Did you want to go back?
At that time we did, because it was raining here.
Do you want to go back now?
On holidays. A place is what you make it. Is where your family, friends are. And this is home for us now. So Kenya this is now.
Will you go back to India ever?
I think I will. One day, maybe, because my roots are there and I still belong there. Yes, I have made my life here, but I think one day I will like to go and stay there.
So, this was such a fabulous journey, and I've had such a joyful sort of a ride across London City, going through the lights and sharing a little bit of that sparkle and light with the wonderful people on this bus as well. So thank you. And if you have journey memories, share them with us. Amin Bhai is filming this for us. Thank you very much. Drop your comments, look after yourself, and I'll see you next week. Take care.